right, we are live. Okay, there's that. What up, guys? Is chat disabled right now? What did I do? Live chat? Yeah, no, it's on. All right, let's just see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, what the heck? Interesting. What up, guys? We are going. I had to pop chat out here. For some reason, my friggin' YouTube being poverty over here, not showing me chat. How are we doing? Right. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, Wombat. Let me pin. Are you able to pin that, or is it only me that's able to pin that stuff? For anybody who doesn't know, like, I am not technically gifted waved bye-bye to me a long time ago. Like, yeah, I'm not very technically savvy by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, did that. Let's buy these. So, I thought I could catch everybody up on the, there should be chat overlay. I try to have chat overlay all the time. Is it at least showing for you guys? Do you guys see chat overlay? I always try to have the chat overlay. I don't know if it's always there, but it should be. Duck is lonely. Old money, new faces. Man, we got stuff coming in here, guys. Let me hit up my guild store here. Let me make sure there's nothing I need to buy. Ooh, always buying those. I'll grab those. Why is it gone? What the heck? Hold on. It's on the side of the screen for sure. Let me move this. Oop. Okay. As long as you guys get the chat, like the chat thing on the side. Somebody tells me if it disappears again. Should be there. I was messing around with it. I will buy those. All right. Give me 1 second here, guys. Get some roster reviews, and then if we've got some time in between, probably not, because we've been filling up pretty quick here. I can do some, I gotta do some territory war attacks at some point. All right. All right, let's see here. Old money, I think I saw you earlier here too, so let's grab this while we're at it. Trying to decide priority list. For Java Farm, review my mods, get advice on side recommendations if any seem good. All right, so guys, rules for reviews, it's kind of first come, first serve, and then at a certain point, it really just becomes like, if I see it, but most of the time, you know, if you want like to get guaranteed it's always a donation. It's just the way that world works. All right, old money. So you're trying to get. Yeah, I can do territory war attacks on stream. I just won't tell you guys what our defense is. I don't always set my defense as to what my guild says. So what I have for offense is not always indicative of what my guild places on defense. All right, so list of priorities for the Jabba farm. Yes, yes. I'd stop on Greedo for right now. Greedo's not worth it, old money. Greedo's not worth that. Embo, you could all right, where are we at with rebels? Okay, yes, 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 and then okay. All right, so if I was you, old money, I think what I would do is stop relicking Greedo for right now. And I would focus your relics on, like, start saving them for, like, a Fennec or a Sing, or even just, like, your classic cartel characters here of Skando, Kersantin, and Coors Light Leia. I think that's going to be your best bet, man. I would not be throwing stuff at Greedo right now. He's just not good enough. And, like, Gamorrean Guard and Mob Enforcer are, like, the last ones you want to put up. Embo is needed, but he's not a requirement. So, like, I don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to throw it out there like that. Otherwise, we'll look at a mod. We'll look at one mod. See what the fastest character is. All right, let's go down here to... Why is Revan this low? Okay, do not put offense mods on Revan. Do not put offense mods on Revan. That man wants speed. Revan hits like a wet noodle. I mean, you should really give Revan's mods to Anakin, because Anakin wants offense, and Revan... Yeah, Revan just needs more speed. You need more speed on Jedi Knight Revan. Yeah, like, that's fine. That's very good. But your Jedi Knight Revan needs work, man. You do not want offense mods on him. That's just a waste of a... That's wasting mods, to be honest. But yeah, man. Alright, I'm going to go back up to the top here before I lose it. Alright. Kaibo. 356. We have the same starting 3 numbers for ally codes. Interesting, man. That's the first time I've ever seen that. Like the 356. Nice. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren working. Still don't have a 7-star finalizer, which blows my mind. You have a Kylo. Again, I mean, I know it's the reality, but the fact that you have Kylo and like the ultimate, and then you still don't have a 7-star finalizer, it always just makes me laugh. All right. So let's see here. Okay, so you've got. Are you working? So you're working on Executor, Relic 5, Relic 8. So let's see where Piet is. All right, get Piet up and running. If you've got a Relic 8 Boba. Okay. Not a lot of Relic levels here. Not completely necessary. Doing work here and here. Let's see. Wow, we got a lot of ally codes. Let's see what we get to. Okay. Yeah, so are you going for... Kaibo, are you going for Executor? That would be my thought process here. Just looking at, like, the Relic 8 to Boba screams Executor to me. But then also, at the same time, you've got, like, the Boba already done. A Relic 7 Han... Like, could you be thinking about, like, are you thinking Jabba? Probably not. I would say get Executor first. Think you got to go the Executor route there. Just started Jedi Knight Luke. Okay. Interesting. All right. So, yeah, man, I would say for you, Kaibo, definitely, if you're going to go Jedi Knight Luke, get Jedi Knight Luke, and then just get straight onto Executor. Just get straight on Executor. Let's take a look at speed here, and I'm going to pick at Rand. Ooh, he seems way too quick. Yeah, you don't want speed on OG Kylo. We could move that set off of him. I would actually move those speed mods to somebody like Jedi Knight Revan here and move these offense mods to Kylo. Yeah. We don't want... There's a second Revan in a row, actually, with offense mods. Jedi Knight Revan does not want offense. Give that man speed. He does not do enough... He does not do enough damage in the scheme of things to warrant offense mods. I think a lot of players mod him for offense because early on in the game, he's one of your early relics, and you're like, wow, he deals a lot of damage. He's not a damage dealer. He is there to facilitate things. Mark, cleanse, and ignore taunt on his turn. So yeah, I would move those over to OG Kylo. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, if you're going for Jedi Knight Luke and then Executor, I mean, you've got a plan, you've got a path, and not a lot of waste here, which is good. Like, there's not a lot of wasted relics. All the gear that I'm seeing is on characters that make sense to me, man. So this is pretty good stuff. Yeah, I mean, keep at it. 3.5 million. You got Kylo. I mean, I think that's a smart move, especially for that GP. Having Kylo makes a lot of sense. All right, we got Dank Ideals with the $9.99. Been a minute since catching you live. Working on Jabba Rex. We'll have JKL hopefully end of next month. Let's see, man. Yeah, dude, Jedi Knight Luke is... I really love... His Rex are getting better and better. Holy moly. Jeez, Relic 8 GI, Profundity 4 million. I forgot you kind of have a crazy account, man. I always forget. Like, every time I've seen this, I remember seeing it, a couple streams back, and I still thought it was crazy. So we've got Profundity. Now, you don't have Executor. You don't have Executor, but you have Profundity, which is still... I mean, right now, that is the way to do it. Having Profundity is the better way to counter the Leviathan trash. All right, so working on Jabba Rex next month. All right, so let's see where we're at with the Rebels. All right, so you have him, C-3PO. So you need, like, the Hoth tunes, right? Yep. All right, so you need these guys and him. All right, we're getting there. You're moving along. I mean, none of those characters are hard to get. And honestly, the gearing for these guys, really not that bad because it's low Kyrotech investment, which is awesome, right? To get Jedi Knight Luke, it's very low Kyrotech investment, which is great, right? We want to see that. Now, more importantly, our king is here. You've got the Omicron on him. Love to see that. That's exactly where he needs to be right now. Getting him to that, again, 6-star, that's perfectly fine. And then how's our little green friend doing? Hermit Yoda, 7-star. Ooh, I don't know if I would have had him 7-star before our king. That's a bit much. But that's fine, right? You're moving in that right direction. So, okay, so we've got those guys working out. Gosh, this account is crazy. You're going to get some really good guilds just because you're Reva ready. Hilarious, which is hilarious, right? That's like the way to do it. Gotta go all the way down here. All right, hold on. All right, scrolling back up. Yeah, dude, I mean, I would say for this one, so I wouldn't, like, I'd stop your Greedo and Gamorrean Guard for now because, like, there's not enough benefit in those characters, right? Comparative to, like, Fennec or, like, your Coors Light Leia. Those are the characters we want to be investing gear in early on for Jabba. The Gam Guard and stuff, as easy as they are, really not worth it. But yeah, Dank, man, I'm just very impressed here. Let's look at speed. Okay, GI at the fastest. How fast is fast? 318 with an offense set is not terrible. It's not terrible at all. Now, does mean that we need some better speed sets, but you're Reaver ready, dude, and that says a lot about this account. Holy Toledo. I bet people hate going up against you because they probably have to bring a Galactic Legend to beat Grand Inquisitor or Radis at this point, which is comical to me. But love to see it, dude. Yeah, good stuff, Dank. Yeah, it's good to see you, man. It's been a little bit on a stream. Thanks. Thank you again for the $9.99. Then we got Ryan Maine here with the $5. Finishing Leviathan Rex because I love KOTOR. Going for Jabba next, then probably Starkiller. But don't really have direction. Okay, well, let's... I mean, if we love KOTOR and we're going to get Jabba. Okay. So 2 GLs. All right. And you're very invested with a Relic 9 there. Okay. So, let's see what the rest of the Sith Empire here is looking like. Scroll down here. Alright. So, we need HK to Relic 7. We need Bastille is done. Okay, and we need Shorty to Relic 7, and then you need a Relic 9 Darth Revan. So not horridly far away. This is the real test. Okay. Yeah, so you're definitely further away. So what I would do, Ryan, is once you get to the point where here's what I would do. I would bank your resources for Relic 9 Darth Revan. I'd bank those resources, right? Keep what you have for Relic 8. Keep what you've had for Relic 9, right? Keep those in the bank. You don't have to spend them right away, but you're going to be stuck farming ships for a very long time, right? So, like when you're going to be, shoot, I'm on Ryan Maine. My bad. Ryan. You're going to be stuck farming ships for a very long time, man. So what I would recommend doing is once you get to that point where you bank Revan's stuff, I wouldn't spend it because that Relic 9 stuff is so expensive, right? Like, I would just kind of bank it, right? Like, slowly work your way towards it. So keep, like, your like, signal data and stuff, and then just slowly work your way to the Relic 9 materials while you're farming the ships, and I think you'll save a lot of resources that way. Because you're not far from the character Rex, but you're pretty far from the shipwrecks. If you understand, shipwrecks. From the ship requirements, if you understand what I'm saying there. So, like, you'll be better served slowly getting your Revan and the other characters. Like, don't rush them into relic levels, because you'll be able to put your resources into things like your Jabba requirements. Because you said you're thinking of Jabba and Starkiller next. So, if I was just to take a look here, let's go to Empire. So, Mara Jade is 7-star, so you just need relics in gear. Kyle is 7-star, so relics in gear. Sith, Talon's 7-star, relics in gear. And Smuggler. So you only need relics in gear on your Starkiller Rex. So if you bank those relic materials that you need and say, okay, I'm going to allot this much for Revan, and then you could get Starkiller in the time that you're probably waiting around to get those ships. So that would be a really good option for you. So yeah, that's definitely what I would do. Yeah, man. Yeah, they weren't really rushed. There were all 5. Oh, nice. So you already had a lot of them Relic 7s. Yeah, so I would not rush the rest of those then. I would honestly, if I was you, Ryan, I would get Starkiller before I would get Jabba. Because your Starkiller stuff, you just need gear and relics. And they're not hard to get, right? They're Relic 5s. It's not going to take you very long to do those. And in the time that you could be working on Chrysanthemum banking all the relic materials that you need from other game modes. So I 1000% would get your Leviathan Rex done, get Starkiller, and then go to Java. That's the path, man. That's what I would do. Took me a little bit to get there, but we got there in the end. And then as far as speed, ooh, okay, hold on. I'm not sure I like how fast is this going to be? 309. Okay, so Commander Tano a bit slow for my liking. Okay, because she has a speed set too. Yeah, so a bit slow. Not horrible, but definitely not. We could definitely use some better speed on her. But otherwise, man, yeah, you've got a plan. I think you've got a solid plan here. Getting that, you get your Leviathan, you love KOTOR, that's fine. And then get Starkiller and then move on. That's what I would do. All right, we got to scroll way back up here. All right, we're back up. Again, we got you. All right, Andrew Bradshaw is next. What? Andrew, can you verify that ally code, man? Someone... Yeah, that's not the right ally code. All right, Duck is lonely. We're going to move right down to you again. See what we got. Duck is lonely. Okay. Meat bags. Incorporated. Love it. All right. So we're going for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. And you've got a lot of the right relics first. Interesting, though, that you've got almost all your first orders, so he needs to be Relic 5. Yeah, so you're almost there, right? And I think Sith Eternal, Emperor. Yeah, Emperor Palp's okay. So it's interesting that you've got a Gear 12 Cal Kestis. Wow. Yeah, wow, man. So you're investing in some... I'm not sure how I feel about the Rex Omicron here. Going to be honest. My brother's in chat, Scribe Azrael. My friend, how we doing, buddy? It's good to see you, Nick. All right. Yeah, so I'm not sold on this Captain Rex Omicron, especially if we don't have, like, how good are your Phoenix? All right, you've got more gear on them than I do. The Iden Omicron, again, if you have the team for it, but I would have just banked these, like, the time that you spent in Cantina for him, I would have banked that for relics, because you're going to want to be able to not only relic. So you got to think, you've got a relic Sith Trooper. You got to have the relics to then get Kylo, right? Because you don't want to just get Kylo at like Gear 8, which is a huge mistake I see everybody make. If you want to see Phil rant more than they did Leviathan, it's when people get a Galactic Legend and have him at like Gear 8. And yes, Wombat, Scribe Azrael is my actual like little brother, yeah. So I would have banked those relics, but that's just, again, I'm a very unique person that way. So, yeah, man, I mean, I get it, right? We're going for Kylo. Let's get that. Let's see speed-wise. Okay, Mara Jade is the fastest. That's perfect. That is beautiful speed. That is beautiful speed on her, especially for this low gear level. That is really, really, really good speed. 131, just for reference, guys. This is going to get up to probably like 310-ish, 320 speed in no time. All right. So I'm gonna get Andrew. You are next. Someone make sure that I'm gonna copy your ally code to my clipboard, Andrew, because I was gonna get you. So you are next, but I am going to grab Mr. Solon Burleson here with the $5. Another Old Republic fan thinking General Skywalker, Starkiller, Grand Inquisitor before another GL grind. All right, let's see. 336-291-164. All right, so you've got, oh, man, all right, so we've got, okay. All right, so you've got Leviathan too. I'm sorry. This is for you as we wallow in our pity. All right. Let's see what we got. So you're thinking General Skywalker, Starkiller, GI before another GL grind. Yeah, so we definitely need some light side. We need some light side action up in here. That is for sure. Honestly, so I'm gonna look here and I'm gonna do. You are gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, dude. All right. So you might not like what I'm going to say here, but I think you are going to be so much smarter off, Solon, if you just go for Jedi Master Luke right now. I think you're going to be way better off just go for Jedi Master Luke right now because of the, like, you want Jedi Master Luke. Because, like, so for what you're going to need to invest in these characters for General Skywalker, right, is a significant outlay just for them, right? Then your Galactic Republic, you're going to need, again, a more significant outlay of resources between Padme, Ahsoka, Big Shock, General Kenobi, right? Like, it's another massive outlay. And then you haven't even touched the fact that you need to get the rest of your 501st up and running to be able to take advantage of General Skywalker. Whereas, if you go ahead and just get Jedi Master Luke, you're going to have a Galactic Legend that you can use right away because you have the Jedi to take advantage of Jedi Master Luke. 1, 2, 3, right? You're going to get Jedi Master Luke himself, and then you can throw in there, Bastila if you need to, Grandmaster Yoda, you'll have Old Ben. You're going to have options to use there. So I 1000% think you go for Jedi Master Luke and then worry about Starkiller, Grand Inquisitor, General Skywalker. I think you'd be a lot better off that way. Because it's a little bit... General Skywalker is fantastic, but with how close you are to Jedi Master Luke, you're going to end up taking longer to get General Skywalker than it is to get a Galactic Legend, and Jedi Master Luke is far superior to General Skywalker in every sense of the word. So yeah, man, I would definitely do that. And then if we check some speed here, all right, let's go to Coors Light Leia. Let's see what Coors Light Leia is. 300 speed. Okay, all right, man. I can respect the 300 speed there. Let's go to the fastest non-GL. 336. That's brilliant speed. That's very good speed, man. Yeah, that's a cheers one. Yeah, man. That's good speed right there. That's good speed. I think that's smart. At your GP, that's very smart. In case you guys are wondering what kind of cup this is a cup fit for a king. You guys can just tell me what kind of king that is, but it's a cup for a king. Yeah, JML is really good in Conquest. That's one of the big things I love about JML. Fantastic in Conquest. All right, let's get Andrew back in here now. All right. Thank you again, Solon, for the $5. Really appreciate the super chat, my friend. Thank you so much. All right, let me scroll back down here. All right, Andrew, we are up. So, no hyperdrive. Respect. That is a respect. That's respect right there. Because, yeah, like there's... Yeah, that is not a hyperdrive bundle account here. So... Thrawn 7-star. No more investing in Phoenix. Love to see that. All right, so we're going to be able to get CLS here soon. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to be close to getting Commander Luke Skywalker. Oh, you do have Commander Luke. Okay. Literally an hour ago. Need a new goal. Dude, I love this. Yes. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, your next goal... Gear up Han Solo. No, I definitely think we need to start focusing on Executor. I still think Executor is going to be the smartest thing to do. As hard as that is to say, especially with like a small account, you just got to start making that a goal. And the easiest thing to do first is Relic Darth Vader, right? So your first Zeta should go right up here on Merciless Massacre, right? Get this Zeta. And then from there, just work your way through the Rex that makes sense. I would say that if I was you, you'd think about like your Bosks, your Bobas, right? But you really, really want to be getting Executor because it's just going to boost your account so much. And it's going to give you... The thing with Executor that I like right now is that for an early account, it's a rushable fleet. And it's going to give you the option to, down the road, if maybe you're going to switch from Jabba to GL Space Buns or to Leviatrash or whatever, having the stable crystal income from Fleet Arena and then being able to get easy wins in GAC because you have Executor is why I recommend it. It just opens up so many avenues down the road that it makes it worth it. Yeah, dude, if you're farming your bounty hunter ships, then you are like solid and good to go. Yeah, I would just start focusing on that. That's what I would be doing, my friend. Just focus on getting your Executor, knowing that it's going to take a while, but focus on it, right? So, the big thing when I say focus, right? So in the time being, you just go all in on those characters, and then as you slowly move into that, right? As maybe all those characters get relicked, you can start thinking about throwing, crazy gear at these guys, right? Or as these guys move out, as your characters for Executor move out of the stage of needing Carbonis and stun cuffs, start throwing them onto these characters down here, right? Your Commander Luke team. You're going to get Chewbacca along the way. You'll be able to unlock C-3PO, at some point down the road. You've got R2-D2. You can start building that Commander Luke Skywalker team and feeling good about it. So I would definitely go down that Executor route. Now, I'm not going to judge your mods too harshly because you're still very new, but 76 speed, we've got a speed arrow on her. That's what's important. This is actually that's a decent mod to have for her, right? For potency. That's a good mod. Health, especially with blue. That's a great early mod. This is a nice early mod. All these are, I'm not seeing anything. Yep, you're doing the right thing. Everything with speed secondaries, that's perfect. That is really, really good. I love to see that, Andrew. Good stuff, man. Yeah, for an account of this size, it's good to pop that open and see that everybody's got some speed secondaries here, right? That's a great mod. Yeah. Just as you're working through, figure out who needs better mods and move them along down the road. But I really like that, man. Good stuff. All right, let me scroll back up here to the top. All right, we're going down here. Got those guys. All right, we got rock blocks here. All right, just working my way back up through the chat while I still can. Again, guys, remember, first come, first serve, unless you are a channel member or you are a, unless you do a super chat. Channel members, if you are here, someone just, scream at me if there's a channel member with their stuff in here. Wombat, I rely on you for that. Someone, I need to make sure that I keep an eye on that. I do try and make sure I hit everybody up. I've got my phone out, too, in case the wife calls. All right. Rock blocks here. So we've got a relic. Oh, we got Piet down here, too. Okay. So we've got 2 relic 5s. All right. I don't hate a Grandmaster Yoda at relic levels. So I think we're going Executor here. With a Relic Vader, the Gear 12 Boba, the Gear 12 TIE Fighter Pilot. I would think that would be the play. So you kind of got... So you did buy the Hyperdrive, which I'm not judging. I'm just looking at it. So that makes sense. So you got Thrawn early. Got Commander Luke. That's really, really good. So I would say that for this account, you want to start focusing on these ships, right? So you've got... The good thing is with the Hyperdrive, you have a huge head start on your Bounty Hunter ships. Take advantage of that and finish them off as soon as you can. You really, really want to get those ships because it's so lucrative to get them. So get them, get Vader's ship, and then just build these guys up. Really got to build these bounty hunters. Get boss going. get these guys up and running. I mean, I think that's easy stuff, right? I kind of call that easy money, right? That's easy money. Especially because like the thing with Leviathan, the thing with Executor that's super nice that I don't know that we always talk about it like this, but you figure that Bosk, Boba Fett, IG-88, what's the other guy? Dengar, TFP, Vader, all of them were released pre-Kairatech. So, like, pre-Kairatech is massive, right? That is so, like, pre-Kairatech, those guys are so much easier to gear because you're getting so much of that core gear that you won't need to, like, you're not going to run into that Kairatech problem with them. So that's why it's so great to get, like, Executor early. Again, it really doesn't take that long. Dude, Leviathan is, like, constantly on the mind right now. It's been hard to kind of get out of this, like, mindset of, like, losing my mind here. All right, so I see Eckhorst Tornhill just joined as a channel member. Thank you so much for joining the council. You are on the council. Thank you, my friend. Cheers to you. So I'm going to grab his ally code, and then my wife is requesting coffee as she is coming home from this wedding. So, guys, give me 1 second here. I do need to get this coffee started, or else, like, when she comes home, I'm going to get screamed at, and that's not a good thing. We got to keep the wife happy. Otherwise, I won't be streaming anymore. I will be 6 feet under. Give me 1 second. I want to go on record and say that was some of the fastest coffee that I have ever made in my entire life. Whew. All right, Eckhorst. So, you're asking for advice. I got to try and figure what are we asking for? Do you have any specific advice that you need, or are we just kind of looking for general advice, my friend? Dude, drop the spoon. I scooping so fast. Lucky there's coffee not on the floor. Freshly ground beans, dude. I buy like this store brand of coffee. All right, like coffee exists just to wake me up. All right, so let's take a look at this account. So we've got a 7-star executor, 6 million. General advice, my friend. All right, so, oh wow, relic 9s. All right, those are scaring me. All right, so we can chill on my cup. Like, it's a cup for a king. My friend got me this. I have tried Black Rifle. I have a Black Rifle hat, actually. I love Black Rifle. I'm just too cheap. All right, Eckhorst. So, yeah, dude. So, I don't want to say I can tell you're kind of lost, but you have a lot of high relic levels on characters that I don't know that, like, so for example, Dengar at Relic 7, Armor at Relic 7, IG-88 at Relic 7, these Relic 9s, Bosk at Relic 8, like, we're, you know, Canderous at Relic 7, Bo-Katan, like, there's a lot of Relic 7s. And then you've got Darth Revan at Relic 1, CLS at Relic 0. So I would say let's make it a goal to halt anything above Relic 5. Because it's just, I think you're, like, I don't want to say that part of the reason you're lost, but, like, you've invested so much into these higher Relic levels that probably weren't necessary. So, I mean, you're in a position now, right? So you're kind of at this interesting crossroads. I would argue that, yeah, so I think Leviathan's going to take this no matter what. I think Leviathan is still taking Executors pretty well. But what I would say is I would start thinking about a light side Galactic Legend. You're very, very heavy on the dark side. Like, there's not a single light side team that you have with relics. So I would start focusing on building some. Yeah, I would say we start focusing on getting a light side Galactic Legend. Because I'm assuming. Yeah, so you're really far from the Hutt Cartel right now. The only thing I could maybe see you do, right, is get Jedi Knight Luke and at least have a Jedi team. At least have, like, the Commander Luke Skywalker team at Relics. Get Jedi Knight Luke and then get Jabba, right? I still think Jabba's going to be really good. Yeah, I was looking at that. I do think you have a lot. You're pretty close to JML. Like, you've got a lot of Gear 12s here. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, you've got those guys at Gear 12. 7 at Gear 12 for him. Mothma needs work. But we're not horribly far away from that. I mean, Jabba, again, and you've also, the thing, too, is that you've got a lot of gear. Like, you could probably, at least with your Galactic Republic, you could probably make it through, not with Shakti at that level, or Padme. You need a little bit more there. Yeah, I would say probably go Jedi Knight Luke, right? I think that's the next plan to go. Go Jedi Knight Luke, and then maybe worry about a Galactic Legend next, depending on what your roster needs. Like, if by the time you get Jedi Knight Luke and the new raid is here, maybe you worry about, you know, doing something else. But yeah, I would say Jedi Knight Luke, man. I think that's going to be your best bet. I don't see the. Yeah, I think that's what I would do. Yeah, Jedi Knight Luke. Took me a little bit. You guys are throwing me. I'm gonna say, you guys are throwing me some pretty good rosters that it's making me think a little bit more. All right, speed wise, how fast is Armorer? 323 is pretty quick. It's pretty quick. That is a pretty quick Armorer. How fast is Piet? 329. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty solid. Pretty solid. Those are not bad speeds. And the Relic 7 Maul, so you've got you do have a good Mandalorian team, right? I'm not going to pretend you don't have that. Now, the only question here, I'd probably make that health, but again, not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, man. Welcome to the council, my friend. Thank you so much for channel membership. Appreciate that. But yeah, man, I mean, I think you get Jedi Knight Luke. It's going to put you in a good position for the new raid that's coming and put you in a position to get Jabba or Jedi Master Luke, depending on what you want. All right, so now we go down to Shade Aquatic Breeder with the $10. I want to get better at GAC and Conquest, mostly. And what teams to GA after all my Zetas? Go after next after all my Zetas. All right, Shade, let's see what we got, man. So you want to get better at GAC and Conquest. So we can accomplish both of those things. We can 1000% accomplish those. Eckhorst, Jabba or JMK? Jabba. Jabba or JML is going to be a game time decision on when you're going to be unlocking Jedi Knight Luke and how far away you're going to be. Because if you're not going to get Jabba in time to take advantage of the crate raid, then it really doesn't matter. So that's the way I would think about it. So I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming for. We'll kind of see how it pans out. Depends what the wife's thinking when she gets home, what she wants to do. All right, Shade. So you want to get better at GAC and Conquest. So the Iden team's fantastic. I actually think she is the better Imperial Trooper team for PvE content. Definitely a solid option there. The Jedi Knight Revan team is very good. I really like the Jedi Knight Revan team. So another really good team. People aren't going to like that I say this, but General Grievous droids are so good. I mean, defensively, I know that they get soloed by Wampa defensively, right? But if you're going to be sacrificing your Wampa to my General Grievous, in a lot of ways, that's a win for me, because there's much better teams that like my Wampa right now, I've been using him to beat AdRad teams. My past two GACs, Wampa has beat AdRad. That's what I've been using him for. I am using the protection of Datacron while it exists, but you think people using their Wampa against my General Grievous would be a win for me. Like, you say, oh, their Wampa beat General Grievous, my Wampa beat Admiral Raddus. Like, Admiral Raddus is a far better team, right? So I would say General Grievous is a fantastic offensive team. And yes, he's amazing in Conquest, especially once you get Wat Tambor. They only get better, but he gets better and better. So you have do you have General Veer? What other Imperial Troopers do we have? So you need to get Veers. We need to get Veers, Shade. That'll be like, so get Veers, because you've got like, your problem is you've got Iden, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You've got like an Iden team. You need to build up the Veers team here. And you don't have Piet yet either, which is definitely going to hurt, but we can, you can make things happen still. But Veers and Piet you definitely need for Imperial Troopers, and they're going to be solid. That's going to really help you out. And then, do you have the Qui-Gon Omicron? Get the Qui-Gon Omicron. Hold on, guys. I might have to end the stream here. Guys, give me 1 second. Hold on. All right, hold on. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can do this with the baby here. We're going to try this. This is a first. Shade, get the Qui-Gon Omicron. If you really want to boost your GAC, get that Qui-Gon Omicron. So, yeah, I would say get Qui-Gon Omicron, get General Grievous, Veers and Piet, and, man, the last one would be Commander Luke Skywalker team. If you get the Commander Luke Skywalker, if you do those couple of things, you're going to get amazing at GAC and Conquest. I mean, obviously getting Executor would help everything, but that's what I would do. Yeah, baby's wide awake right now, aren't you, sweet pea? Yeah. Say you're my lifter unit, right? Your Uncle Nick is in chat somewhere. Hopefully he's in bed. Do you want your nun-nun? Yeah, she's awake for stream, right? CT, what is the ally code, my friend? Let's see this ally code. Wide awake. I know, right, guys? Like, only my luck. You know, Daddy was so proud of himself for getting you to sleep, too. Do you ever think they'll have a conquest section of ships? Oh, I hope not. I really hope they don't add ships to conquest. My conquest already makes me upset. Dude, I love Zareth. Zareth is probably the content creator I watch the most. Like, Sarah and Zareth are two I have a lot of respect for. Like, I've gotten a lot of conquest advice out of Sarah, and Zareth I've gotten a lot of GAC advice out of. So they're two that, you know, I really, really have a lot of respect for what they do for the community. Big time. CT, you got your ally code for me, my friend? I'm waiting around for this ally code for the $4.99, my friend. Mwah. Yeah, my co-host is a heck of a lot cuter than me, that's for sure. Aren't you, kiddo? I let my 4-year-old, I've let her click buttons. Ship Datacrons to fix Leviathan. Please, guys, don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on me. Right? Say, don't put that on me. Oh, you got it. Okay, awesome. There we go. Beautiful. Wombat, my friend. Thank you. Ooh, get it down here. Come on. Oh, my gosh. Control V. Charlie, it's a lot easier when I have two hands for this. All right, there we go. Ben Swallow on DPO. All right, my friend. Let's see what we got in here. 4 million. So we're in hard mode conquest now, which is great. So you can start doing some hard mode conquest. You've got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Traya. Okay, all right. So we're going Profundity, which is fine, right? I think that's a fantastic move. You're going for Profundity. So you're also in a position to probably get Jedi Knight Luke at some point. With Vader that close, Commander Luke, 3PO Han, Chewbacca, 3PO and Chewie, right? Like, you're in a position to make that move to Jedi Knight Luke. So just got the 450 box. Nice. That's pretty good. I don't mind that. Omicrons are all good, right? Those are all solid Omicrons. I love that. I actually am a big fan of the Profundity option. I think Profundity is going to be right now it's a much more consistent counter. But I think I actually think in the early game, right? Hear me out, everybody. In the early game, I feel that a lot more people have the ability to counter Executor earlier than Profundity. Now, in the late game, it's a lot easier for us to counter Profundity because you have like a lot of tools to do it. But early on, a lot of people can build that First Order fleet that beats Executor consistently, comparative to an Empire fleet that can beat Profundity consistently. So, yeah, man. So, I would say that if you're going to build that Profundity, do it, right? Get it going, get it right. And then I would go for Jedi Knight Luke. Again, Jedi Knight Luke is just so good, right? And he's going to be useful in the new raid. I think that's a solid plan. Because this account is definitely, like, older, right? So, like, I don't mind the Kylo rush because for a very long period of time, that was the play here. So, yeah, man, I don't have any problems here. You know, I mean, you could always make a move for Executor at some point if you felt like it. But I think that, I definitely think that, you know, get your Profundity and maybe start getting Jedi Knight Luke. And that'll get you a Relic Darth Vader too, which Swept Yeti just asked the question, no Relic Vader. But you go Jedi Knight Luke and you have to get Darth Vader to Relic levels, which is a huge, huge advantage. So, yeah, we got baby Charlie's first appearance on the YouTube live stream here. 16-month account. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. All right, so we got. Oh, I didn't check speed. I feel like I forgot to check speed on somebody else too. But let's check a speed here, and let's go with the AdRad speed. Let's see what we got working here. 281. All right, so we definitely need to work on the speed there a little bit. Definitely need to work on that speed a little bit. Cause like I just want to see his dash 10. So dash is 108. I would almost. He just probably has a faster base. So what I'm thinking is, oh, that's a pretty nice mod there. I would almost tell you that you want to try and get AdRad a little bit faster because that's going to be like one of your top tier teams for GAC. But again, yeah, work on speed mods. Yeah, I would definitely try and get them on Admiral Radis, right? That's what we want to do here. Oh, yeah, I know. The speed mods. I know Char Char. I know Sweetie Pie. All right, we got Jay Woe here with a 690. Thank you, my friend. That's funny. It took me a second. My eyesight's not that good. With the $6.90. Thank you, my friend. Oh, that's class right there. That is it's an educated man. Oh, that's funny. That is he got an education, Char Char. Oops, that's the function key. There we go. You slowing the process down, Sweetie Pie. All right, we'll have Malgus and his ship at the end of Conquest to grab Leviathan next time around. Quickly grab SEE or go full swing into Jabba next. Ooh, good question. So how, let's see. 1, 2. So you're going to need 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1. So. Man. I'm gonna. Do you have. So. Ooh, Char Char, it's okay. It's okay. Do you want your nunny? There you go, kiddo. So I would say that it's going to be tough, right? This is a tough decision. I wouldn't say that it's a quick grab for you to get Sith Eternal. Because you're missing, like, you've got 3 Empire Rex done, but you still need Thrawn to Relic 6, Tarkin to Relic 3, you need Royal Guard to Relic 3, Krennic to Relic 4. So it's not exactly like you need Stark to Relic 3, Veers to Relic 3, so it's not necessarily quick. And then in terms of your Sith, you'd need a Marauder, you need to do Sidious, and you need to do Dooku. And so, to me, that's not necessarily quick, right? I would say that. Phil, this is my youngest daughter, not Phil Jr. I'm actually Phil the second, so if I have a son, it's Phil the third. But this is my youngest daughter. It's all right, sweetie. Shh. Just close those. Oh, all right. Daddy's going to get through this one and set you down for a second. Maybe he'll log off and try and get back on here. But yeah, man, I don't know that grabbing Sith Eternal is, like, quick in terms of if you got Jedi Knight Luke, you've got a lot of Jedi to take advantage of a Jedi Knight Luke. So, oh, geez, Charlie. So I would argue if you go and get Jedi Knight Luke, then you can make a more informed decision of how quick you think it would be to get Sith Eternal. Because I think Jedi Knight Luke is going to serve you far better than... Because the problem with Sith Eternal is that, like, what are you really going to use Sith Eternal for, right? Like, what do you need Sith Eternal for comparative to, like, what you could use Jedi Knight Luke for? So that would be I'd say Jedi Knight Luke. Wombat, oh, my friend, it's absurd. Classic. I would say Jedi Knight Luke is the play for you. I mean, yeah, dude. And yeah, so to answer this question, Smile, like, why is he missing Zetas? Thing is, you've got to remember that for a lot of people, I think it's difficult for newer accounts to have as many Zetas because every single character coming into the game always needs at least 2 of them, right? Like, when Commander Luke Skywalker came out and needed 3, it was, like, shocking. So, you know, like, all these characters need, like, just a stupid amount of Zetas. All right, so here's what we're going to do. So you asked if your speeds are decent. So that is fantastic. I think that's faster than mine. 359 is absurd, right? And then let's go down to... I'm actually going to pick Django here. 293. So that's a pretty good, like, what I'm looking for, right, to be very clear, is I try to look at the difference between, like, 310. So that's a good drop, right? So what I'm looking for is that, like, you've got this 359 speed character right here. If I got the down here and you're at, like, 250, you're putting way too much in Mara Jade and hurting your roster. But when you're going from, like, 359 and then you're coming down here and getting to 350, like, you're spreading your mods pretty well, right? That there's not like this, you know, absurd being my favorite word. There's not this absurd gap between characters that it's very obvious that you're sacrificing all of your speed on a single character. You've done a good job of kind of slowly coming down off of those higher characters. And yeah, I mean, everybody's Zetas are important. It's just you've got to figure out which ones make the most sense for your account at the time. All right, Wombat. So you asked for your next 2 Zetas. Let's go here. Next 2 Zetas. Let's see what we got. But yeah, dude, and I do want to say, I love the amount of executors I'm seeing. Every time I see executor, guys, I'm getting excited. Like, it means that, you know, what the content creators are preaching is getting across to people. All right, now this is your, okay, Wombat with the Lord Vader. We've got all of his Zetas finally. All right. It's a pretty long roster review queue. All right. So let's see here. What about Echo? It's not a horrible Zeta. Not the greatest Zeta. But, hold on. Let's keep looking and see what we can come up with here. Wombat, what's a team that you're thinking of building to? You know, think of that. Wat Tambor. There's an easy one. Gotta have Wat Tambor Zeta. That's Zeta number one. Gotta have the Wat Zeta. And then probably do Qui-Gon and his Omicron. Qui-Gon and Omicron and Wat Tambor. Those would be the next two Zetas. That'd be the way to do it, man. I think that's going to be bang for your buck. Get you some good stuff in GAC. But yeah, I think if you're going for Executor, I think you've got some decent Zeta, like the Zetas here for Watt, I think are going to be important. This one, someone mentioned Treya. Did I miss her somewhere? I mean, she's the thing is she's low gear. He doesn't have Scion, and he doesn't really have Nihilus. So yeah, it's a smart move. You're not ready to build that team. So I'd argue that the Wat Tambor and Qui-Gon Jinn are going to be better served Zetas for you, man. And then I know this account is kind of... I want to see the speed here. Let's go to... Let's see, we've got Echo as the fastest. All right. 372. That is so fast. I forgot how fast this one is. And then what is Piet? Piet is 296. All right, so we got to bump Piet a little bit. So yeah, man. I mean, pretty good. Yeah, I would argue that it's I would say between Watt and Qui-Gon first. Qui-Gon first because you have Jedi Knight Anakin at relic levels, and then Watt you can kind of figure out. But I think Watt just so well worth it. All right, so we got two more donos here. We've got RJ Trosh with the 499 saying Sith Eternal to Executor, Jedi Knight, Luke Skywalker, maybe General Skywalker. Any other suggestions? Keep up the great work. Phil is... It's Minty Bueller from Discord. All right, my friend Minty. Let's see what we got, buddy. All right, let's figure this out. Okay, so... We've got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Porgs ate your homework. I wish that could have been an excuse for me in school. I could have done so much. Could have done so much with that excuse. All right, so... How committed are you to Sith Eternal is the question. All right, I would just tell you to stop doing Sith Eternal and just go straight into your Executor. I'd go straight to your Executor. I would completely skip Sith Eternal right now. As you've invested some decent gear, but not enough that you're at the point of no return, right? Because you've only got, you think, you need this for Executor, you need him for Executor. Thrawn at Relics isn't horrible, right? We can stomach that. Let's see the Sith. Oh, okay. We need to put stuff on these guys. All right. I mean, you're definitely a lot more invested into Sith Eternal than I would have liked. I mean, if you really are passionate, get your Sith Eternal. I'm not a huge, you guys know I'm not a huge fan of Sith Eternal. Primarily because I think most of us are not using him to beat Galactic Legends anymore. That, like, the best thing your Sith Eternal's doing for you is beating a Darth Malgus, which is fine, but, you know, but we can do some better things there. So yeah, if you're going Sith Eternal to Executor, I mean, make sure we farm those bounty hunter ships. Make sure that you're, yeah, I mean, you've got the right pieces in the right areas. And then let's check the ships to make sure that you've got Imperial TIE Bomber on farm here. Yeah, all right. So make sure we get TIE Bomber. I would just 7-star it. And start working on the Sith Bomber too. That's another solid ship. What are you doing, Char Char? But I think you're in a good place. Oh, the wife just got home. I can be relieved of. Oh, it's okay. I know you saw her. It's okay. You did so good. She dropped her. She dropped the nun. So, yeah, man, getting back to this. So then you're thinking Jedi Knight Luke and then maybe General Skywalker. So the big question with General Skywalker is, yeah, so this is where I would say that it's hard for me to recommend General Skywalker. Your Separatist droids are all really low level. And it's not that it's a lot of gear you need to invest in them, but you think that you're not only investing in these guys, but then you've got to basically build the Padme team. And then on top of that, the 501st. So you're basically doing a Galactic Legend level worth of investment. Now, they're all great things, but in my personal opinion, I find General Skywalker better to work on slowly over time right now than as something that kind of you do all at once, right? Like get your General Grievous team, work on Shock T clones, and then kind of move on to the next thing. So yeah, I mean, I would say that, I mean, I would argue that like you're in good shape, right? I think you're in good shape. You know, the Sith Eternal, it is what it is, right? I think the Kylo to Sith Eternal for a lot of accounts of this size made a lot of sense. But definitely Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. And then from Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, you can decide whether or not you think that Jabba could be a legitimate play for you, or whether you think it would be smarter to try and do something like a, you know, GL Space Sponge, Jedi Master Luke, you know, General Skywalker. You can go from there. But I definitely start bolstering some of the light side of this roster because we're definitely lacking some light side characters here. And then in terms of speed, my friend, let's check the speed. All right, we got Piet as the fastest here at 299. Man, come on. All right, look. The first thing you need to do, go and slice this mod, get him over 300 speed. You've got to get him over that 300 speed. You got to pop that cherry. Yeah. I would definitely get him over 300 speed. Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, keep at it. Just keep the, if Sith Eternal is what you're gonna do, keep at it. Don't like fall astray at this point because you have invested a lot there. You've invested a lot that it'd be hard to turn back at the point that you're at. But yeah, man, keep going up. All right, next we got Brody Toth with a $5. I'm trying to decide between continuing Jedi Master Kenobi or switching to JML or maybe GL Space Buns and some extra teams while I wait for marquees to be farmable. Okay. So we kind of really don't know what we're going to do whatsoever here, Brody, which is all right. That's why we're in a roster review. So, let's see. We got all relic Ewoks. Wow, man. All right. Jeez, all relic Ewoks. So you are like hoping that Leia has Ewoks synergy. Wombat, Qui-Gon can literally be like Gear 1, Level 1 for all I care for that Omicron. All right, so you do have Executor. Got decently geared pilots, too, from the looks of it. All right, so you're thinking of continuing to Jedi Master Kenobi. Okay, so let's check your Galactic Republic. So, in terms of actual requirements done, you have 0. At least on this side, right? Jedi Master Kenobi needs to be Relic 8. Mace Windu, Relic 3. Shock T, Relic 7. Grandmaster Yoda, Relic 8. Relic 3. 5. 5. 3. And then Separatist-wise, he's done. Need to be Relic 5. But if we go to Jedi, we've got a Relic 7 Jedi Knight Luke. We've got Relic 3 Old Ben. Relic 3 Hermit Yoda. Yeah, I mean, I would tell you that you'd be much better off if you go to JML. I think if you go to JML, you're going to set yourself up a lot better. Yeah, you got them Gear 12 mostly. So with Kenobi, your problem that you're going to run into is the amount of signal data, right? Because, I mean, so I was just looking at, like, so you need Relic 5 here, Relic 7 here, Relic 7 here. He's Relic 5 already. So you got a couple. You got 2 Relic 7s and a Relic 5 Separatist. And then for Galactic Republic, Relic 8, Relic 7, or Relic 7, Relic 8. Need to go up to Relic 8. So it's one of those situations where the signal data between them is what's keeping me from telling you to go all in on Kenobi. And also, you're not yet at the point where you have Commander Tano, and I don't know how long it will take you to get there. I just think Luke is getting Luke is a better option. In terms of waiting for Leia, I think by the time that those marquees become farmable, you could be in a position where you could be farming them and getting the Jedi Master Luke stuff done. That would be my thought process. You'll have her in 2 to 3 months tops. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you wait around, like, if you have what you have ready for her, and as those things become available, you farm more of it, I think you could be in a good position. But yeah, I mean, we don't know how good she would be. I'd say that she's supposed to be good, but obviously Leviathan taught us a lesson. I mean, she should be good. And I mean, unless you had a horde of crystals, right? Having a Relic 7 Nisa says that you're not afraid to throw some dough, right? Because those packs do not come cheap. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that could help you in the quest for GL space buns. Is that, I like when you're giving advice, you try and give it in the sense of, what are the lengths that you're willing to go to get something. If somebody tells me that, money is no object, well, then I'll tell you to go for the newest, latest, and greatest thing all the time because you don't care. But if you're trying to do it on budget, that's where you've got to take all the other stuff into consideration, Brody. But yeah, man, I mean, I would say that That was your only whale? Yeah, if that's going to be your... And it hurt. I can only imagine that it hurt. Gosh. Hurts enough when I, like, equip Relic 9 to a character. I haven't even ever opened up one of those character packs. Yeah, mate, I would say that... Well, why specifically Nisa? He probably wants GLA. I would say if you want the most sound advice without having to spend any extra money, Jedi Master Luke, wait for GL Space Bun stuff to become farmable and move from there. That's going to be the best stuff. That's what I would do, man. I think you'll be in good shape, right? I'm not going to say that it'll be great, but I think you'll be in better shape. Yeah, dude. All right, I'm going to scroll back up here. Let's see how far up I can get. Wow. There's a lot of chats going on. Holy, this is awesome, guys. All right, hold on. While I'm waiting here a second, I am going to just check on the status of territory war because I feel like my guild was yelling at me to do something. All right, let's go here. Okay, they're about, look at it. I mean, I don't even need to do anything. All right, we're just not going to show my defense. All right, we got Ray. All right. All right, guys. You know what? We're gonna do a battle here, because this one is screaming for it. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go for it. Yeah, that'll work. All right. I don't try this unless like Ben isn't in these. Whenever I see a Ray squad without Ben, I have to do this battle. If I have to back out, I back out. But this is one of my favorite fights to do. Okay. All right, let's get Armor Shred on her. Yep. Dude, I don't need the 15% cron for this team. I shouldn't anyway. Okay, let's get that taunt off of her. All right. There we go. Okay, go take your nap. All right, we got to get those inspo off of her. Come on. Get the inspo off. Oof, come on. All right, she's going to hit ult here in a second. All right, we're going to get everybody up. We got loads of turn meter here. All right, come on. Call you to assist. Oh, we might actually get her down before she gets ultimate. Come on. Come on, Arc Trooper. I am counting on you. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Man. Well, this just got a lot more fun. Okay, she's in damage immunity now. He's in damage immunity now. He's in damage immunity. Oh, now we're stuck behind her. Okay, there she goes. We'll call you to assist, actually. Ah, damage immunity. Okay, can we kill... Oh, darn it, I was hoping I could kill him. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh, all this damage immunity. So go work on gas, guys. Yeah, this is... I friggin' love this team so much. Yep, go here. Yep. All right, delete you. Kill you. There we go, guys. Do I think being in a 300 million power guild is good for a 3.7 million account? Yes. You are in a guild that is way above you. Ooh, all right, guys, hold on. Hold on. I got another one. PHX, I see you, my friend. I will get to you in a second. But, again, I've got a battle that I just have to do. All right, and here. No Datacron. Let's do it. Come on. I really missed that Imperial Trooper Cron that you could get like all the turn meter at the start. That was like the most fun I had. Woof. Okay, Vader. All right, hold on. Do this. That's... Okay, we're at contract. All right, we're good there. All right, we're going to kill, like, Royal Guard. Okay, let's kill... I want to kill Thrawn. Yep. Okay. Yep. That's working out perfectly. Oh, darn it. Okay, he survived. That's what's important. Okay. That's not good. That's actually okay. If I can keep her alive during this. Whew, okay, Grief, come on. I gotta keep you alive during this too, man. Okay. Get up. Oof. Darn it, man. That was bad. Ah, oh, darn it. Ah, oh, darn it. Oh, this sucked. This is not Lord Failure. This is exactly why I say that this guy's worth getting, is because stuff like this happens all the time. All right. Oh, I almost got Darth Vader out. That could have been glorious. I just need him to use a... Oof, that's not good. All right. It is what it is. I can clean that up. So I am not going to leave that for a guildmate to clean up. We'll use... Choose you. You. And you. Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. I'm telling you guys, I do not buy into the whole Lord Failure stuff, and then we'll bring this Datacron because this one is just so much fun. 137% critical damage. Oh, I've got room for another First Order character. What about just all? Yeah, Maul's got 100% turn meter, which is not great, but what I might honestly do is... I could bring, trying to think if I could bring anybody else that would actually be a benefit to me here. And we'll just do it like this. With the double tanks, I should be okay. With the double tank, I should be alright. Okay. Put this on you. Oof. Starting out strong. Okay, that's fine. You. Yep, okay, that worked out well. My Lord Vader didn't even... My opponent didn't even attempt my Lord Vader. Failed on Jabba and stopped. Yep. But I love my Kylo. So I stopped using the protection up 137% critical damage on LV. And then I started using it on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and that's been a lot of fun. I just need to get Lord Vader above like his damage threshold again. I see. I don't know if I'd find Supreme Leader Kylo Ren the most fun Galactic Legend. That might be a stretch for me. I definitely have a lot of fun with him, but I don't know if he's the most fun. All right, let's just keep stacking. You thought Ewoks would have a shot versus Lord Vader. Seems they'll time out. I mean, I think the problem there, honestly, is the fact that Nisa her animation takes forever. It's like you're going to spend half the fight just doing that. Yep, we're going to keep stacking and we're going to get here eventually. This is the one thing that you got to give Lord Vader at, is that he really can do a good job of just like, he's just going to sit here and be annoying for like, 4 minutes. Right? All right, let's keep going. In we go. Like, he's going to get above there, and then we're just going to come through, and he's going to get this. And I'm going to cleanse. And then I'm actually going to poke. I can't poke because he's an ultimate now. Yeah, that's the thing. When he's blocking those critical hits, the thing is eventually though with Kylo, this is like the one, your trick with Kylo is the fact that you can ramp his damage so well. Wow, we got a dodge out of it? Oh, of course, and you didn't attack the one person that could have healed you. So now we're going to do this. We're going to go in the right order. Yeah, see, look, now we're hitting for a lot more damage. So Lord Vader's going to have trouble recovering as much health. Getting him down. And like I said, he's going to be annoying for 4 minutes. It's wannabe. You can't crit him if he's under, like, is it 80% health or something? Like, it's like a very high threshold that you cannot crit Lord Vader with. Yeah, it's a very high threshold that you, like, can't crit him with. All right, but let's get back to PHX here, because he's been waiting here. Gas, Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Master Luke, Jabba. Interesting choice on the Jedi Master Luke before Jabba, but my gut assumption is that the reason is going to be answered in the roster. All right, so yes, and any other material. All right, so we're saying gas first. All right, so I don't know, man. Do you PHX? I don't know that General Skywalker makes sense. I don't think he makes sense. I don't think we're not formed here yet. 3.5 years off, 4th month back. Yeah, I don't know that General Skywalker makes the most sense. Because I think we're really far out from that. See, I think you could unlock him, but, like, you don't have the 501st, right? So that's where I'm saying that, like, I include 501st whenever I think about General Skywalker. Now, in terms of Jedi Knight Luke, on the other hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we do need Captain Han. You've got Rolo. Yeah, I'd almost say that my argument would be that you're going to be closer to Jedi Knight Luke than you are to General Skywalker. And you're saying Executor first. So, yeah, so if you do go, so PHX, if you go Executor and then get Jedi Knight Luke, I think you're in the best shape. I feel like we're gonna struggle. So I'm thinking of a couple of things, right? So the new raid coming after Crate Dragon raid requires Jedi Knight Luke. So if you get Jedi Knight Luke, you're setting yourself up that way. I really think that Jedi Knight Luke makes a lot of sense, and you've got decent Jedi already. Yeah, man. I'm not saying you can't do it in the order that you said. I just think that it's if you went that way, you've got to commit to getting that 501st basically to Relic 3, bare minimum, right? Really Relic 5, but like Relic 3 will do. Because your problem there, what I find with a lot of players is that if you get like General Skywalker to Relics and you leave your 501st below Relic levels, it just makes countering them that much easier. Because what you want is, it's getting General Skywalker down the first time isn't the problem, right? Like your problem is never like getting him down the first time. It's how many clones can you kill while General Skywalker is down, right? So if General Skywalker's down and I can decimate your entire team with an AoE, like you're not getting anything out of that 501st. So that's why I'm saying that it's really hard to recommend General Skywalker when I just think of all the Zetas and relics that you need for him, his team, and then you've got to throw General Grievous on top of that you need General Grievous as well, right? So you've got him one shy of relics, so you've got to relic him. I don't know. You could definitely do it. I'm not saying you can't do it that way. It's just, again, that's the way I look at it, is General Skywalker's a huge, huge investment. Bare minimum gear for gas farms. So you could do it with gear 12 on every character. You could definitely do it gear 12 every character. It's gonna take you some tries. Oh, in terms of like the 501st, I mean Relic 5 is what I got all of mine at. General Grievous is not a requirement for General Skywalker. General Grievous is just what makes sense because you're going to be relicking you're going to be putting gear on his entire team for that farm. So like whenever I talk about the General Skywalker farm, right, you have like the characters that you need, right? So you need for phase 1, Padme, General Kenobi, C-3PO, Baby Tano, and Big Shock, right? And then phase 4, you need Stupid Asajj, B1, B2, Magna Guard, and Droideka. But when you get General Skywalker, you need the 501st, so you've got to throw them on, right? You've got to throw these guys on once you get General Skywalker because they need the gear. And then on top of that, right, you have all the droids for General Grievous, so you need to include him anyways, right? You're literally wasting, like, one single character gives you an entire other team for offense, defense, conquest. Yeah, so Jedi Knight Luke. I like the Jedi Knight Luke idea. So I wouldn't, PHX, what I would say is I wouldn't get hard-coded into JML and then Jabba. I would get Jedi Knight Luke and take a fresh look at your roster. Take a fresh look at what you've been able to do. Think of some of the background farms you want to get done. Think of some of those other things, and then go from there. I mean, you could get Jedi Master Luke, right? That's a great option. You can get Jabba. I just think that once you get Jedi Knight Luke, that's when you make that decision of what the next thing is going to be, right? Have that idea of, I'm going to go Jedi Master Luke, or I'm going to go Jabba, or I'm going to go General Skywalker. But then once you get through with Luke, figure out what that next step is. That's what I would do, man. Let's take a look at this speed. How many crystals should you try to save every day? Oh, man, I don't know. It's more so, it really depends on how many crystals you're getting a day. Darth Revan, we've got him at 333. Or 331. That's pretty good. That's a good speed for Darth Revan. Especially for this GP, that's a very good speed for Darth Revan. Very good speed. Yeah, Revan, 305. It's a very, very good speeds there. Especially for an account of this size, that's good speed on them. That's going to hurt some people. All right, Jason Son with a 199. Thank you so much, my friend. So you said... Hey, Phil, would like to know where to go after Jedi Knight Luke. Possibly. Where to go after Jedi Knight Luke. Possibly. Just finished Executor. All right, so we're through with the Executor. Right, you're through that major... farm. Right, that first major step. Sigma Alliance. So you're in a really good... You're in like a massive alliance, which is good. You've got a lot of people in that alliance. All right. So, you said you're going Jedi Knight Luke, right? So, what I would say is when you get Jedi Knight Luke, yeah, so now it's, I see what you're saying, that you're kind of... Oof, yeah. All right. That's just... So... Yeah, so you've got... So, all right. So, here's what I'm thinking, man. So, you're going to go Jedi Knight Luke, right? After Jedi Knight Luke, you're going to be at this point where you're going to be kind of far away from your next big goal. So, guys, this is a great... And I'm not, you know, Jason, I'm not saying that this is what you have to do, but I want to use your roster as an example here of a position that you're in. So get Jedi Knight Luke for sure. Jedi Knight Luke is a really solid stepping stone because right now, just if nothing else was added to the game right now, right? Pretend that Leia is not coming into the game. Jedi Knight Luke can lead you towards Jedi Master Luke, can lead you towards Jabba, and he's going to be needed for that new raid coming for the speeder bike. So with one character, you're leading to multiple different paths that all benefit you in different ways. But your account is at the point where you're so far away from like a Jedi Master Luke, a Jabba the Hutt, and in looking at like the rest of it, right, you really built, you built smart, right? You built for Executor, you built some of those extra things like, you know, Beskar Mando, Cad Bane. So you did a really good job of, you've kind of held on to some gear here. You've shown some restraint. So, like, this would be a point where if you really wanted to, you could make a run at GL Space Buns. And I don't say that lightly. You know, I understand that you're going to need those marquees, but, like, I look at your Hutt Cartel. Right? Like, just for, unless you have, like, a lot of stars saved up, you don't have any Hutt Cartel besides these guys. Right? If I look at your Rebels, right, you know, I don't see Mon Mothma, right? So you've got to farm Mon Mothma. You know, you need Wedge. You need Biggs. And I'm not saying that those are necessary, but, like, I'm just, you know, I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, you could be in a really good position to end up getting GL Space Buns. No, Wannabe, take care, my friend. Like I think you're one of those people where your next Galactic Legend project is so far away, right? And that's not a bad thing, right? This is actually like a very great place for you to be in. That you have that option of going for Leia, and it's not crazy to think about it, right? That you're not at this position where you're a stone's throw away from your next Galactic Legend, and you'd be silly not to spend a month or two doing that. I think you could very realistically start working on those Leia things today. So that's just something to think about. I think you get Jedi Knight Luke, and then I think you take a fresh look. She might require, I mean, it doesn't, who knows what she requires, right? I don't know what she requires. I'm just saying that he could think about it. I think he gets Jedi Knight Luke. He's still got a ways to go there, and then he can kind of figure that out, right? That hopefully we've got more of those wrecks out. Now, in terms of ships. All right, so you've got do you have, oh, so you're not even able to get, wow. I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, this is the state of the game. So slow farm Hera. Here's why I say that. You have Executrix, but you don't have Tarkin. So next things I would farm if I was you, I would get Hyena Bomber. I would make sure you get Hyena Bomber. You've got Malevolence at 5-star. You've invested in it. So I would invest, Jason, I say for ships, go after your Geonosians, get your Separatist fleet up and running. You've got the Get 2 fleet here, right? You've got a Malevolence. I think that, going for your Geonosian ships and your Separatists makes a ton of sense, and that's going to allow you to punch up against a lot of really good fleets, because you've got 3 really solid fleets right now in Executor, Executrix, Malevolence, right? And then even your Rebels can make a solid run with what you have, right? That I think your Rebels will make a solid run with what you have. So I think you go there, start in the background kind of farming those Galactic Republic ships, and get the Negotiator. That's what I think I would do, man. Otherwise, good stuff. Let's check the speeds. So we got here, Piet is the fastest at 320. It's pretty good speed for, again, for a 2.5 million GP account. That's pretty good speed. Jedi Knight Luke, I even love the modding here. This is great modding. Great stuff. I'm jealous of this. I'm jealous of that. Yeah, man, great stuff. I would, keep at it. I'd definitely say to focus on those Geonosian ships and then just kind of figure out where you want to go once you get Jedi Knight Luke. All right, we got Yitchen's Song next. I do apologize if I butchered that with the 499s. So, question he asked. Just got Executor, planning to round up Bounty Hunters and Beskar Mando teams to go for Lord Vader and Jedi Master Kenobi back-to-back. Star Wars Dad recommended SK. Would like a second opinion. Ooh, all right. Nooch Too Good said to farm Starkiller. I don't hate the Starkiller shout. I will 1000% say that. I don't hate the Starkiller shout. So, you got gear on those guys. That's important. Okay, so you have Negotiator. Get Malevolence next. You got your Geonosian ships, a Vulture droid. Get Hyena Bomber. Get your Separatist ships, right? We want to get that fleet going here. Okay, so you have Sith Eternal. So, here's the question. Right? So, I guess, the thing is you're thinking of gearing up Beskar or Mando and Grief. I wouldn't worry about building a team for Beskar Armor Mando right now. I really wouldn't. The way I view Beskar Armor Mando personally, right, is that he's an investment that's going to pay off down the road, right? That you don't need to worry about building him a team today. That Relic 5 is going to pay dividends with your Executor fleet. That I don't think it's worth building a team around him now because his teams just really aren't that great anymore. It's a very easy team. They're very easy to work around, in my opinion. Now, in terms of recommending Star Killer, so you do have Mara Jade at Relic 3, which is good. Now you don't have Kyle. You don't have Darth Talon. And you have a 2-star Dash. So I don't know. I'm a little bit different, right? With me, Star Killer is something that he's expensive to take on because you need multiple Cantina farms. And even though it's only Relic 5s, you're going to spend the next how many months just farming the characters for Star Killer alone. And Star Killer is really good. The problem being Star Killer is really only useful in GAC. Again, really great. I should say he's really great in Territory Wars. But most people, and I mean, I'm not going to argue with you, we don't put value on Territory Wars, right? We don't value Territory Wars like we do GAC because there's no crystal impact to our account. So I get it, right? So Dash makes his own team with Vandor up until the point that I bring a Jedi Knight Revan, get the opening, get through the opening salvo, and I mark Vandor, right? And you've got to build Vandor then, too. I'm not totally convinced of Talon. I could argue that you build Talon and move on. I don't know that going the whole Star Killer route would be the option. Yeah, so because here's your problem. You've also then got to build a light side unaligned force users. Yeah, so yeah, he's going to stall your signal data. Now, the thing is, you're like one Imperial Trooper short of relics of being able to clear like the assault battles, I would say. You've got Old Ben. Yeah, So my argument would be so I like the Star Killer shout up until the point that you don't have any unaligned force users ready to go. So I would argue a Jedi Knight Luke is gonna serve you well. I've been really pushing Jedi Knight Luke tonight. I've been feeling this. I feel like that's a really solid option for a lot of players right now. The other thing is you're at 4.4 million GP and you probably have the means to be able to get Commander Tano shards. So, how's our king looking? Where are you at with our king and Hermit Yoda? That's going to be your big questions. I don't see either of them, which is not a good sign. I mean, if you're at a point where you don't have Wampa, you don't have Hermit Yoda, maybe spending some time getting Starkiller isn't a terrible option. In that same breath, I could argue that you just get Darth Talon and move on. Yeah, man, I don't hate what he said. I wouldn't necessarily build any other bounty hunter teams outside of maybe Grief and Mando a little bit, but yeah, like everybody's kind of calling it, like if for unaligned force user, I would really like the problem is Cal's also in the cantina, right? So it's like it's a lot of cantina farming, but it's not a terrible thing. I'd almost say the bigger issue is you're going to run out of Kyrotex very quickly. If you do Cal, you do the Starkiller farms, you're gonna have a huge Kyrotech problem. So I don't know, man. If you had Wampa and Hermit Yoda, my line would be just go there. But because you don't, I kind of agree. I think Nooch was kind of spot on when he said that, you know, the more I look here, the more I think that, like, Starkiller, you're just kind of running out of you're running out of time there. So the other thing, Dank, that's a very good point. If you're in a guild doing the Dragon Raid, you can get Jedi Knight Luke in about a month and change. So if you focus everything on getting Wampa and Hermit Yoda, I would say go for Jedi Knight Luke. That would be my advice. I would love to tell you just go straight for Jedi Knight Luke and then pick up your pieces from there. Because you think maybe in some of those galactic challenges, Dash Rendar and Mara Jade or those characters kind of drop in the reward box. Other things you could see too are daily logins and things, man. So yeah, I think that's what I would do. In terms of speed, 345 on Piet is very good. That's some really good speed. Yeah, I mean, so go after another GL. I mean, he could, but you got Executor, right? And that's basically a Galactic Legend. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. All right. Instaven said, quit the game in 2018, came back last April. Glad to have you back playing, my friend. Glad to have you back playing. You got Jedi Knight. You got Jedi Master Luke. Wow, okay. Jedi Master Luke. Darth Revan, Malak. Okay, Darth Treya. So far, I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. I almost laugh with some of these older accounts. You can tell they're... Yes, General Skywalker does beat the Droideka Omicron. General Skywalker... Should say General Skywalker can beat it. If they have a really good Datacron and you don't, you might lose. But yeah, that's normally what I use to counter Droideka Omicron. So, you came back. You've got... Do you have Executor? Did I see that, or are we working on it? Okay, we're working on Executor because I see the Relic 8 on Boba. Relic 7 Vader. So we need Piet still. Where's Piet at? There he is. Okay, there's Piet. So we're getting Piet. All right, how's our bounty hunters looking? 5, 5. 5. Okay. So, Executor is definitely the smart play here. Yeah. Executor's definitely your play. Then, you're going to be at a very unique crossroads where with an older account... You know, you could make a solid run at Jedi Master Kenobi and Staven. Relic 3. You need a few more relics here, but you've got gear invested there. Relic 8. Relic 8. You've already done them for Executor. You've got a Relic 5 Shock T already. Yeah, I'm going to say that I think you'd be really well served with Jedi Master Kenobi. With an account like yours, with where you have things invested, I think Kenobi could do really, really, really good things. So yeah, I would definitely just start kind of working on Kenobi. Is it worth it without Cat? Well, so he's at 5.7 million galactic power. He's got a galactic legend. He's got General Skywalker. He's got Darth Revan. He's got the tools necessary to get through those proving grounds. That by the time he's ready to get Kenobi, I could 100% seeing an account like this having Commander Tano. And if he's been playing since last April, he should have been at least been able to have access to Commander Tano shards for a while now with proving grounds. So I would expect him to have a nice little stockpile of those kind of hoarded up. But yeah, man. I mean, thank you for coming back to the game. We definitely need it. In terms of speed here. 338 without a speed set is impressive. Those are some good mods. Yeah, 28, 27. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's pretty decent speed on her. 338. Got Revan at 335. Yeah, those are some solid speeds on your account. Now let's check Jedi Master Luke's mods for a second. Yes. 109,000 protection. That's what you want. Great work on those. That's a brilliantly modded Jedi Master Luke. All right. So I think I'm going to look to see if there's another battle I can do in my Territory Wars, and then I might end up hopping off here, guys. I'm not sure who that is right now. 547 good for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Sounds a bit slow. Oop, I gave you guys a sneak peek at something I didn't want to show people. Mine's 550 if that gives you any RJ. So mine's 550, but I am rocking an offense arrow up here. So like I'm missing 7 speed there. This mod here I have because it's 6% offense with critical damage. Down here, so like there's a couple of mods that I have in places where like none of my, the only mod with Kylo that has 5 speed rolls is this arrow. Every other one of these is 4 because of the secondaries, right? So yeah, I mean, I don't think my speed is anything fantastic, but I recognize that that's not the way that I've modded my Kylo. All right, let's see what other teams there are to mess around with in here. Boring, 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 boring. Jealous of my GI? Yeah, thanks. I'm pretty happy I have Grand Inquisitor right now, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, dude, yeah, 220 out of 330 for Commander Tano. You're like a few months away. You're not far at all. Alright, so we've got some Rey. Got some Rey teams, Solo Lord Vader. Huh. Who dropped here? What cron is this? Lot of health steal. Wow. I do not have... That would be one for my Kylo to do. Oh, there's another one that my... that's like a... Oh, that makes me so mad. Any of these teams worth fighting? Not really. What was over here? This was all Padme teams. This was all waste of my time. You know what? I do want to try one of these General Skywalkers with the... I'm going to try this out. Does this have the cron? I think it does. Yep. Alright, we're going to try this one. When do I suggest getting into Datacrons? As soon as you can. Oh, here we go. Hold on. What's this? 200% defense. Wow. That is a lot of defense. I think we're just going to go straight for Sith Eternal on that one. I'm not messing around with 200% defense. I will mess around with this one. Okay. What does this do? We'll give out some extra offense. Yeah, I don't mind my... A lot of my Datacrons are on defense, too. Okay, so this is what I was afraid of with this Datacron set. I just knocked General Skywalker down way faster than I should have. Yeah. So this Datacron set for... Yeah. I should have tried the other team. So here's your problem with this Datacron set with General Skywalker against a team like Commander Luke. Yes, you're boosting their protection, but you're giving them like way too much max health. And so you're just able to shred through this team. Like, look at that. Like, I'm dealing 28,000 damage to General Skywalker through exposed damage. That's just way too much damage. That's way too much. I will take this one out with Sith Eternal. Because I really don't have a other way to use Sith Eternal. But yeah, that whole thing there, just I should have tried this team instead. Because so this is your problem, right? Like the 15 protection is great, but that max health is extra damage that you're getting from expose. Wow. General Skywalker didn't lose protection there. Okay, there it goes. I was going to say, what the heck? Okay, give me my protection back. One. Do I just hit ultimate here just because I can? I'm going to hit ultimate here just because I'm going to be allowed to. Because it's not GAC, so I don't have to worry about trying to conserve banners. Oh, this will be fun. Oh, wow. I forgot that stupid sacrifice. Alright, we're going to link these two morons. Is crate still worth building for? I wouldn't be going crazy on crate dragon teams right now. It doesn't mean that they're not going to be good, but like I wouldn't be going after like your Jawas, if that's what you're asking. Oh, I think on offense, yeah, Dusk, you're completely right. On offense, this Datacron is what you want to use, but I might take this off my defensive wall. I forget what I have on my defensive wall for GAC. I'll have to check. But I'm a little bit nervous about telling people to put this, like, on defense when Commander Luke Skywalker just ate through it like that. Yep, there we go. Yeah, so let me show you guys this. Let me see what I have on my defensive GAC wall right now. Okay, Commander Luke there. So gas has to be on the other side. Yeah, oh yeah, no. I have 30%. Yeah, this is the one I have on my General Skywalker right now. More protection, no health, critical damage. Yeah, and then this is what I have on Lord Vader right now. But, so last round, I don't know if I showed you guys this. So, if we go to round 1 here, I don't think I got to show you guys these GACs. So, round 1, we got the full clear. It was a little messy. This Night Sister team actually beat Treya. I actually lost my Treya to this. The Datacron here was anytime a Night Sister revives, inflict like 2 stacks of plague, and I just got deleted. And then I think what was the other team I had to multi-shot? Was it Jabba? Oh yeah, Jabba. Their Jabba team I needed to multi-shot too. It was super depressing. This Jabba battle cost me 4 teams. I was able to get through it, but I had Jabba down to like the smallest sliver of health, and I timed out. So, yeah, that was not fun. But my opponent, so on the front wall, Lord Vader got a hold, right? So, did his job. Lord Vader, oh, Lord Failure today. So, our Lord Vader got a hold. Then on the back wall here, we got 3 total battles on this resistance team, which is Comedy Hour. And then up on the front wall, Jabba took 3 battles, and then we just stopped going here. Yeah, that was good. That was a good, solid win. And then this round, was pretty messy. So my opponent did a single battle. So I dropped Jabba again. I tried Supreme Leader Kylo Ren here, and I only got Coors Light Leia out. So then I had to clean up with Jedi Master Kenobi. And that kind of ruined everything else I could do then. So then I got through this wall cleanly, right? Rey, Lord Vader, G.I., Qui-Gon. I got through all those very cleanly. And then the back wall, I just didn't have the teams to contend with this guy to beat this Tusken Kron here. And the Sana team here just didn't have the resources to do that. But, again, it didn't matter. Oh, of course, we lost that. It didn't matter because he couldn't get through my Jabba. Yeah. So, I want to take this moment, right, while I've got 55 of you here, and just say that they're gonna fix Leviathan, right? I know I freaked out, right? We're all freaking out. They're gonna fix Leviathan, right? That much is, we know that. I think for me, I wouldn't stop going for this ship right now. If in a month, Leviathan still is working like it is, you know, like, oh gosh, but they're gonna fix this ship. So I wouldn't tell you to stop doing something right now, especially if you're like a while away from it. Like, it'll be fixed by then. So, yeah. They will, Jack. They're 1,000% going to fix this ship because this is the thing. When you compare this to Reva, right? When Reva came into the game, she was overperforming. But the only people who had her were ones who had like spent money or been playing the game long enough that it like that they want to have an advantage. So I 1,000% think that. Jude Bricks, they never fixed Lord Vader. Lord Vader's getting holds in GAC. Lord Vader is perfectly fine. Like, I think Lord Vader gets so much hate. We saw me lose to Lord Vader with the non-GLs today. Like, yeah, like Jedi, like Jabba's so good, but what I'm saying is that like they're gonna fix Leviathan because people spent money on it, and it's supposed to upset the fleet mate. It's supposed to be better than Profundity. It's supposed to be better than Executor. Yeah, dude, the Lord Vader hate I don't understand. Lord Vader is one of the best defensive. He's not dog water on offense. You just have to use him. Let me ask you this, Jude, right? This is what I say to everybody who says Lord Vader's bad on offense. If you don't use Lord Vader, Darth Vader, Maul, Royal Guard, and like Thrawn, or you know, like if you don't use the top tier team with Lord Vader, don't expect top tier results. If you're not going to use Commander Tano, General Kenobi, Ahsoka Tano, you know, like with your Jedi Master Kenobi, then don't expect top results, right? Like, I think this is, you know, like, I think that's the whole thing that everybody gets mixed up is we try to take Maul away. We try to take Vader away. We try to take, you know, Thrawn and put him somewhere else. Like, use the best team with Lord Vader like we do with Kenobi and you get the same results. Lord Vader is that good. I mean, like, especially in the current Datacron set, I mean, my entire shard is basically Lord Vader's with, like, Revas. I mean, these guys here, I mean, these guys are, you know, absurd, but, yeah. Lord Vader and Revas. Lord Vader Reva. Lord Vader Reva with 381% defense. Devs told me they'll fix Leviathan properly when I pronounce Meta correctly. That's never going to happen. At this point, I'm not going to pronounce it correctly because people call me out for it. Does Lord Vader's team dismantle several other teams like JMK did to Padme? Honestly, you're taking outside of the Maul Mandalorian team, which you have to go out of your way to completely build up. No. Right? It doesn't. Because like Royal Guard, where are you using him? Darth Vader, at this point, you're using, like Darth Vader's a solo character, so he doesn't really have a home. So Lord Vader kind of takes him in, right? Gives him a spot. Thrawn, kind of a similar situation. He's a nice plug and play, but you can throw him in there. Like, you're really not losing anything crazy by putting that team together. Like, I hate to say it like that, but that's the truth. Fennec has the ability to wreck him. Yeah, I heard, I've seen the Palp shuttle thing, right? I fought that. I'm not, Jake, this is the thing. If the ship needs 7 stars, then they need to retract everything they said about it upsetting the meta. Because that's not at all what it's doing, right? It should not require 7 stars to be the best ship in the game. When Executor came in, a 4-star Executor was better than a 7-star Negotiator, right? When a 4-star Profundity is kicking a 7-star Executor's butt, like, that's where this. Yeah. That's where I'm at, guys. They're going to fix this ship. I would not stop doing all your stuff. Buy the Hyperdrive bundle. No. Do you know what I get for the Hyperdrive bundle? I mean, I know everybody, like, just to show you, right? Character-wise, the only character that I actually get any benefit out of this is my Spirit. And that's that she would get to level 80 and gear, 8? Yeah, I don't know. I just stopped doing the reviews for a little bit, but just to take a break. It's 12:30. I don't know how many more I have in me, I'll be honest. But yeah, the only character I get any benefit out of is Night Sister Spirit. Everybody else I have higher levels and more stars. So it's just the resources, and I mean, but the relic scraps, yeah, but I'm not going to spend $50. Come on, guys. I'm not spending $50 on this game. I don't even spend $1 on this game, let alone $50. I'm too cheap for that. I mean, the other stuff is a good shout, right? Like, the other stuff is good, the carbonite circuit boards and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I've got my ways of getting these things. Right, you got to think, I just finished off my Leviathan, and we're still back up over 1,000 already. We're working towards our stuff. Actually, I do need to convert some of these things. Am I going for Rey now? So, I'm farming some of the Rex for Rey. I'm farming some of the Rex for her. Right? So if I went to my... I gotta be careful how I do this. There we go. So I am farming Rose. I am farming Resistance Hero Finn. And... I'm farming Zori. But I'm not investing any gear into these characters right now. The only one I think I would invest in would maybe be BB-8 right now. Just so I could use him with my shorty team. but I don't know if I'm ready to commit to that yet. I say that because if GL Space Buns, the rest of her requirements aren't anything crazy, like, I just don't have a big reason to not go for her, right? Yeah. What am I hiding? I have surprises. I have some surprises for people. Like, that, things that people have been wondering when I was going to do them, and I did certain things. So, saving it for my account update in a week, and a little bit over a week. You guys can see what I did. Yeah, I don't see a reason for me to be at this point where, like, I don't feel the need to rush Ray, right? Because I can just accumulate, like, I can be at a point where I'm accumulating stuff, right? I mean, like, just for the sake of argument here, right? I'm accumulating signal data. I'm accumulating relic pieces. That if the rest of Leia's requirements come out and they're just, absurd, I can just go right into Ray and I don't need to worry about it. But let's say the rest of Leia's requirements come out and they're really good. Well, if I already started relicking characters for Ray, I'd be stuck into either with those characters or farming her. So I'm saving myself and just saying, hey, you know what? I don't need to worry about it. So right now, I'm not really focusing on anything. I am just hoarding. I'm just hoarding, guys. But again, my account is at the point where I can stomach, like, where my guild isn't going to freak out if I don't grow for a month because I am hoarding for something, right? I might give me I might do another character, 2 relics. I have some other relics I've done. Trying to beef up my squads a little bit, but I'm not ready to commit to any other relic levels right now until I know what Leia's going to end up looking like. Because it's just, again, but as history has shown, I put my Relic 9 on Piet, and then the next day we get Profundity. I throw Wombat or Relic 8, and the next day Leviathan gets announced. Like, I can't. I'm afraid I do something crazy, and I'm going to be, learning it, yeah. Captain Rex takes down Lord Vader, worth it. Yeah, I mean, do you want to spend that much money on Captain Rex right now or wait for him? I mean, he is farmable now, right? He did go farmable. Yeah, and he takes down Reva. And the other thing, too, they noticed this. I don't know if I didn't get to mention this yet. But the veteran smugglers being on the same node is one of the greatest things to ever happen in the Cantina. I haven't got a chance to mention this yet because I've been too pissed off about Leviathan, but this was amazing. Like, this is huge for the player base. Zori's in the journey guide because for the Ray event, you can use, like, any resistance character you want. Yeah, I could use my veteran smuggler Han if I wanted. I won't be. I'll be, using better characters. I might use Zori in it. Who knows? I could use Zori. That'd be hilarious. Too bad Ben Solo doesn't have a resistance tag. He could make that thing super easy. But yeah, the veteran smugglers being on a node together here is huge. I think that was really, really good. Because you had to farm both of these guys for Jedi Training Rey, who you need for Jedi Master Luke and stuff, and so yeah, I probably will use Zori for the event. Yeah, so this is what I think is funny, right? Is that, like, Rey and Lord Vader get so much hate, but they have amazing hold percentages in GAC. Like, it's really funny. Right, like the two of them get, like, the best hold percentages in GAC, but everybody, like, dumps on them the most. it doesn't. So I don't regret Leviathan. Again, I want to say like people like me should not be like, I'm not upset for players like myself who got Leviathan at 4 stars and did the bare minimum. Like, that's not who I feel bad for. It's for the players who spent for a 7-star ship that frankly like is not performing to the standard that they said it would. And if it's performing at the standard that they intended, then they need to look at themselves in the mirror and ask themselves what a meta-defining fleet is. Because, like, that is not a meta fleet. So let's see what ships did these guys put down. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Really? It's 5 star. You know what? I haven't done this in a while. I don't know. I'll bore you guys with some... Oh, not bounty hunter. What am I doing? First order. You. Wait. Yes. I know, dude. I'm slipping up. The thing is, you guys got to catch me in the right way of saying it. It's like when I say soccer all the time on purpose, and every once in a while I'll say, like, you know, what the Europeans call it. Yep, just hit him. Oof. Okay. There we go. All right, we survived. That's good. All right, come on. Oh, so close. All right, we're at least going to get Xanadu out. That's good. All right. I just need the ability block. Okay, ability block's good. Yep, do that. Advantage. Oh, come on. That was so close. Relic 8 and that would have got the job done. Ooh, not good. Okay, push turn meter. Okay, we're fine. That's good. Sith bomber, what? We'll just do this guy, because I think I should be able to at least... Yeah, there we go. What? Come on. Dodge my frickin'... There we go. Okay. Pass it to you. Here comes IG-88. Ooh, wait, get that. Oh my gosh, are you joking again? Okay. Push turn meter. You are going over here. There we go, finally. And this should get us the kill. There it is. Well, so hold on. Before you guys say typical territory war reinforcement, you got to target those things smart. That guy had 4 reinforcements. And whenever you see an executor with more than 2 reinforcements, you know that they messed up, right? Like, Like this dude right here. This is a waste. That's an absolute waste. Like, you're wasting reinforcement slots there. Just, like, look at this. Look, this guy's got the Rebel Y-Wing here instead of the Galactic Republic Y-Wing. Yeah, see, look, right here. This is another one. Like, why are we using 4 reinforcement slots with this ship? Any of these things Relic 9? You got a Relic 9 and you're wasting your slots. What a joke. No, it's not. You don't always want more ships. So, there are certain ships that have... like a... So, the way fleets work is you're going to have certain ships that have like a reinforcement priority, right? So, for example, the Millennium Falcon has a super high reinforcement priority. That, like, regardless of if that's the best thing that your fleet should do, it will bring in the Millennium Falcon. Right? That is exactly what that fleet will do. Is it's going to bring in your Millennium Falcon. And it's a waste, right? Because, like, you could put that on, like, your Executor fleet, right? And it will bring in, it will literally bring in your, what's it called? It'll bring in a Millennium Falcon. I watched it do it all the time. It's crazy. But that's exactly what happens is they bring in the wrong ship. Same with Clone Sergeant with, the, Galactic Republic fleet. It has a super high reinforcement priority, and it's a waste of a slot. Thank you. Also, anybody who doesn't target Xanadu Blood in this fleet first, like, you're just, again, don't do it. Just target Xanadu Blood first. The amount of times I see people fail against this fleet when they target IG-88 first is insane. Yeah, I'll show we'll fight a negotiator here, and I'll show you guys what I mean. Okay, come on. Oh my gosh, just kill that ship. That breach isn't good. Oh, there we go. We're fine. Good dodge. Finally, I get a dodge. Yeah, guys, you really got to learn those ships. Like, just watch your opponent's fleets, right? Like that Sith Bomber that came out. Why would Sith Bomber come out in a Bounty Hunter fleet unless it's, you know, coded that you bring out a tank, right? Like, it just didn't make any sense. So let's go to a Galactic Republic fleet, and let me show you guys the difference. So, you see, so this fleet right here, you're starting off with 5s. Yes, yeah, Swept Idiot, that's the perfect way to say it. You don't want the wrong reinforcement coming out. So against this guy's fleet right here, actually, hold on. I'm not using this one, because this is a Relic 7 General Kenobi. That's a waste of my fleet. Relic 8 right here. Here we go. Relic 8. Nightman. So, let's go to my Separatists. Here's the other thing, guys. I have Gear 12 Geonosians, and, like, so, well, no. You're talking Leviathan. You're talking any fleet ever. So this fleet in particular here, he's got 4 reinforcements, and I'm betting one of them is Clone Sergeant. So, you do this. Oh my gosh, are you joking? You're joking me. That cannot be real life right now. That cannot be real life. How did that dodge? Alright, the good news is we're still not going to get Plo Koon out right away. Yeah, see, look, Clone Sergeant came out. Why would I want... You don't want Clone Sergeant right now. You want to cleanse off your Buzz Droids, right? Why would you ever want Clone Sergeant in this situation? There we go. We got our mark on Anakin. There's some RNG going our way. Ooh, let's see if we can get out the 5s. No, but can we get out that ship? Come on, give me a kill here. Yep. Nice. Get a kill. Thank you. So look, then you bring in Ahsoka, right? You would have, like, just... This is why you don't want Clone Sergeant. You could have had a much better ship in here. Put that on Hyena. Abolish dodges. I know, right? I would love that. Oh, I should have put Buzz Droids on her, darn it. What is this? Oh, freaking Jedi Consular coming out? Like Gear 12 Jedi Consular right now? What are we doing? There we go. That's a win. That was like messy and we still got it done. No, they do not come out in the order you place them. There is a priority to... There's a reinforcement priority. And, like, regardless of what you do, right? Like, same thing with, like, this is the same thing with your AI and using certain abilities first. Like, why does Vader always use Force Crush first, right? Vader uses Force Crush first because back in the day, you wanted him to do that so that way he could gain turn meter under Emperor Palpatine, right? Now, you don't want him doing that because you rarely ever use him with Emperor Palpatine. You're using him with Lord Vader. So Darth Vader's first turn, a lot of times, he's using Force Crush. He's not going into Merciless Massacre right away. So understand, you know, that's how you understand the way the game plays, right? That you figure out what the priority of certain things are, and then you exploit it. Like, whenever I set my negotiator on defense, I never have Clone Sergeant in that fleet. I keep Clone Sergeant as far away from my fleet as possible because that's just, he's a waste of a character in that slot. What other, is there any other of these things I want to beat? This is just nasty, isn't it? Yeah, that's the, oh, only, oh, 41% health. Holy, that is insane. It should be placement order. I hear you. It should be anything other than what they made it. Should be anything other than what they made it. Yeah, for Gear 12 Geonosians, that was not a bad outcome. What is this one? Health, steal, protection, crit avoid, crit damage. I think we're going to try this one. All right, this will be my last battle, and I'm going to head to bed here, guys. So we'll show the... Oh, wait, hold on. Is this one's Relic 7. Oh, that one's Relic 7, too. This is Relic 8, but I don't know that I have the... I'm not going to have the oomph to get through this, I don't think. Not this and this. Kylo could have done that. My Kylo could have done that one. And the thing is, I don't think this Kron is good enough. Yeah, Relic 3, Royal Guard, that's a joke. Alright, so we're going to show you guys one of my favorite Galactic Legend battles to do. So this protection up Datacron with Galactic Legends really isn't too bad. So this is my Lord Vader. This is the team I use for my Lord Vader. How long have I been playing? I started playing this game, so I downloaded it right at launch, stopped playing for a while, picked it up in the summer of 2016, played until like fall 2018, and then picked it up in April 2020. So I've been playing on and off for like 5 years. I don't know, 6 years, whatever you want to call it. But this is my Lord Vader team that I'm using. Or Lord Vader. This is my Datacron that I'm using against Lord Vader's. So 88% protection on Jedi Master Luke. The extra max health and max protection. The max health can be an issue with damage over times. But, oh, there's no Maul here too. I didn't even realize that, man. All right, so what I do here, right? So I always pass my turn. So we're going to pass the turn. Then we're going to call Jedi Knight Luke to assist. Because Jedi Knight Luke is going to deal extra damage, right? And now what you do, we're going to do that again. Watch, so we're going to deal damage. But now with Jedi Knight Revan, we're going to mark, who do we want to mark? Mark Darth Vader for kicks and giggles. So, Jedi Knight Revan, you always want to call him to assist when you can, because whenever he uses his basic ability on someone with marked, he gains turn meter. And so you can gain crazy amounts of turn meter with Jedi Knight Revan before you have damage over times on you. So we got our cleanse off local. I've got my cleanse ready with Jedi Knight Revan already again. So I can just save this for whenever I need it. Yep. We're going to just pretend that Lord Vader doesn't exist right now. Because that's all we're just going to go around, kill all the ads. Let's do this. Ooh, yeah, let's do this too. All right, so we got our buff immunity on there. Lord Vader's going to go do his thing. Let's just call people to assist because I'm not willing to call my... So I save my ultimate. Yes, perfect. So now Jedi Knight Revan gets to go past the turn. Yeah. This is to tell you guys that I was the first person in my squad arena who was consistently beating Lord Vader with Jedi Master Luke because everybody else had Kenobi is not an understatement. So to say that I mastered this fight would honestly be an understatement. All right, get that going. Get this going. All right, let's make sure we keep that buff immunity on him because we want to keep that damage over time, protection up Garbanzo Beans from happening. Yep, cooldown increase. Let's keep Jedi Knight Revan alive. Ability block. Heal up. That would be 63 banners in GAC. Look at that. That's one of my favorite battles. I love that Jedi Master Luke versus Lord Vader. My friend played it since launch, but I only recently got into it. At 4 million GP and my homie quit. How do I decide gear priorities? Whatever you're farming. Mark, I'm like wrapping up here, but good to see you, man. Yeah, so I mean, deciding gear priorities is tough, right? Because what I do I use my journey guide a lot, right? The journey guide is really useful. So if I was to start a journey for, say, I don't have a lot. Let's say I was going to go for Jedi Knight Cal. He's a bad example because he's not ready right now, so that's not going to help me. Let's go to Dr. Aphra, right? So if I was going to go for Dr. Aphra, all of my resources in terms of gear, credits, mods are going to go into Dr. Aphra. So my, how do I put this? So I would be like, okay, what mods do I need for Hondo, for Sana, for BT1, Trip Zero, and Aphra? What do I need there? What gear do I need for these characters? How many Zetas? Omicrons? So, I wouldn't, you don't, in this case, I would not be putting resources into any characters that aren't going to get me Dr. Aphra, right? So, it's hard to say, oh, I just do this or I just do that. It's not the way I am. I'm much more of a, you have to focus your resources into whatever you're farming at that moment. And that means all resources, right? Credits, gear, mods, relics. Because I think what a lot of players do is you'll start farming Dr. Aphra, but you'll be gearing up characters on the side. And then you'll get to the point where your BT1 is 7-star. And then you're like, oh, I don't have any gear because I've used all of it. And so you've really got to watch your resources. That's the best piece of advice I'll give you is, it's okay to not grow for a little bit while you're trying to farm up and star a character to get, what's the wording? It's why you want to save these things. It's because when you go and you're trying to get Dr. Aphra and you unlock her and then you don't have any gear saved because you've been gearing up Moff Gideon on the side, Moff Gideon's good, but Dr. Aphra is better. And people do this with Galactic Legends too. If I see, whenever I see somebody who I can tell is in the middle of a Galactic Legend farm and I see them upgrading characters' gear that isn't associated with that GL farm requirement, I lose my mind. Whenever you're doing a journey guide farm, your resources should only be going towards that, or something to help them. So, if you're going for Jedi Master Kenobi, you could put resources into Commander Tano, and I'm not going to complain, right? You put resources into Ahsoka Tano, Commander Tano, I'm not going to complain. But if you're throwing resources at Kit Fisto, I'm going to get pissed off, right? That's just the way I am, because you're throwing away resources that otherwise could be used to make your account better. Because then you'll get Kenobi, and you'll be like, man, I'm stuck at gear 10, and then you're looking at your Relic Kit Fisto oh, I don't know. So, yeah, that's a little bit of a fat Phil rant for you guys. But, yeah, how do I'd only be placing my gear, my mods, everything goes into these characters at that specific time. But, yeah, man. And that was another reason why he's named Lord Failure. Yeah, if you're gearing up Kit Fisto, we've got some other problems to attend to. Yeah. Yeah, while you're waiting on watch shards. So here's what I would say, man. I wouldn't be working on anything unless you're... if the only thing you need for Jedi Master Kenobi is Wat Tambor, then fine. Otherwise, everything needs to go to those Kenobi requirements. And then save everything for Kenobi and for Commander Tano. Otherwise, you're just going to end up in a situation where you're going to unlock a GL and they're going to be at level 85, gear 8. And you're just going to sit there and you're going to cry because now you have to spend the next month putting Kyrotex into that character. Yeah, if you're gearing up Kit Fisto, I'm going to be catching these Fistos. You don't even need him for that combat mission. That combat mission is just stupid. But, Yeah, guys. I mean, I think I think I might call the stream here. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to need to get up and do some yard work tomorrow. I really appreciate it. I love it's nice doing the roster reviews again. Guys, I don't get to everybody, right? And at the end here, I started doing some stuff just because I know I'm not going to have time to do my territory wars tomorrow. Again, if you're looking for reviews, guys, it's always, channel members, donations. Otherwise, it's kind of a first come, first serve. And lately, I've only been able to get to a few of the couple guys who throw it out early simply because we were getting the donations, right? We start getting rolling. So, that's just the way it is, guys. I really appreciate everyone's continued support and patience with the channel as I've continued to try to grow it. And, I know that not getting videos out as consistently as I would like, but hopefully we get back to it. This is a good question. So, currently farming Sith Eternal for Ultimate. What's your best advice to get dark side currency? Just go full on dark side battles? Oh, yeah, dude. If I'm doing a GL farm, so like your daily objectives, it's just do battles, right? It's not light side, dark side. Right? Just finish 5 heart, like finish 6 light or dark side. But the one thing that I do, there's the guild activity. The one guild activity is like, do light side battles, do dark side battles. So if I'm farming for a galactic legend, I only do their battles, right? I only do light side, or I only do dark side battles until I'm done with that GL. Unless, and this is the only thing I'll say, unless it's the day that it's like, do dark side battles, and I will go in and I will go to like the dark side and farm. Literally, I'll do a single battle. I do a single 6 energy battle just to claim the bare minimum amount of guild currency. That's the only time I spend the opposite kind of energy is on that day. Otherwise, it's all in on raid tickets for the stupid GLs. Thanks. I'm glad the Mallet guide helped. Yeah, the Mallet guide, I feel it's pretty good. And that's an old one. That was filmed on, the iPhone before this one. So, yeah, guys, I appreciate everybody hopping on again. Thank you all so much again. I know I'm reiterating, but I really do appreciate it. I'm excited to share with you guys some of the stuff that this account's growing with a little bit, but kind of want to save it because it's been a long time coming for this channel, right? So I made some changes to the account that hopefully people appreciate. So kind of see what you guys think. As always, guys, I love all of you. May the force be with you. See you guys in the next video. Cheers.